Hey peeps, and welcome back to the fourth of the videos. Or is it the fifth? Nobody knows. Oh wait, no, actually we do know. Never mind that. Okay, anyways. So today we're going to be checking out channel banners. So first things first, a channel banner is called a banner for a reason. As you can see, on most devices, let's say a phone or a computer, a laptop, or a PC, you will see this sort of cropped out strip of the whole image. And unless you're viewing a channel page on a TV, which, let's be honest, who actually views channel pages on a daily basis on a TV? Unless you're viewing it on that, you're not going to get the full image. On a TV, you will, but on everything else, you'll only get this little slip of the image. So that is the very first step to actually creating the banner. Finding out the dimensions, which I'm going to list in Blender, and finding out where the image is going to be located, or like where it's going to crop out. So let's head over to Blender. So here, as you can see, we got a little scene going, you know, the same one that it was actually in the banner, I just realized. So first things first, we want to go over into camera over here. And actually, let's pull it up. I usually have it split screen. Yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness. No, everything is going downhill. Okay, there we go. Okay, save this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we click on the camera over here. And we go, actually for this we don't even need to click on the camera now for now, but we go into the output properties, this little printer over here. And the resolution that you'll be setting the channel banner to is 2560 by 1440. And I'm just a nerd and I remember the dimensions, but if you want to remember them more easily, you can just type in 1280 by 720, the regular 720p resolution. And you can just go in here, put an asterisk, a 2, so it multiplies it by 2, tab, go do the same thing here, times 2. And as you can see, this resolution is just double the regular 720p resolution. So now that we got that, the size, we can actually check out what to do to see where the image is going to be. So for this, we'll actually now head over into the camera settings. And as you can see, we got the menu over here. And you might see this little section, background images. You want to head over here, enable it. Or you can enable it after, it doesn't matter really. You click add image and open. And for this, I'll leave it in the description. But we got this image over here, yeah, banner spacing. You just click on this, double click it, or click on this and open image. And as you can see, we don't see anything yet. But if you have it enabled, you can now first set the depth over here to front. And now you can change the opacity. And if you set it all the way to 1, it's just going to be like this, fully opaque, non-transparent. And if you set it to 0, well, I mean, self-explanatory, you won't see it. So this is useful. You can switch over the views. So for this, you'll see what the other devices will be, and this, you can check out what will be on the TV. So usually what I work with is this. And now you, honestly, after this, you just set up the scene. And a key tip is you have to keep everything relatively centered, because on a phone, most likely you'll end up having like some of these sections cut off on the left and right. So you just have to keep in mind that it's going to crop off. So I'm just going to set up the scene real quick. Oh my goodness. What is happening? What is happening? Okay. Honestly, I would call this quality. This is definitely top tier right here. Yep, the best showcasing of skills you'll ever see. So, well, now that we got this scene set up, you know, we can actually see what it looks like. And actually, this isn't even necessary. You can not even change the settings around here. You just only need this to see where it's going to be centered, but for the full scene, you can actually render it out now. So let's do F11, F12. Yep, this is definitely top tier right here. I would call this, this is impeccable, honestly. What my second grade art teacher would call it, honestly. But okay. As you can see, this is the scene. This is what you'll see on a TV. And you can check it around and just, you know, see everything. But the main thing we're focusing on after this is actually the lighting part. So we can actually move on to step 2. You can go into the camera here and set up the rendered view. Set opacity to like 0. And as you can see, over here, we need some of the stuff to be lit up, like the chest and the face. So let's just quickly set up the lighting. So yeah, as you can see, Picasso level, just artwork here cannot be improved at all. This is definitely what you want. Definitely beautiful lighting here, but okay. Now that we got everything lit up here, you can actually render it out again, you know, test it all, see where the light is, you know, check it all. Of course, make it better than this. But yeah, as you can see, this is it. And now we can actually move on to the next step. So if you want custom text, or not even, well, yeah, custom text. But if you want your channel name, let's say, on the banner, or yeah, let's say channel name, you will actually, first of all, you'll enable this again. Just see where it all lines up. And now you just go and you place your cursor here and then Shift A, you know, add the text. Do the same thing, honestly, it's the same as the name tags. Center it, go into the paragraph alignment and set it to center. So it all rotates around that one point in the center. And now let's actually give it a font maybe first. So you go over here into the font settings, go into the regular. So let's just, for example, take this. This is honestly not even fitting the style, but we're going the route of just completely making this look the worst possible just render. Okay, let's pick the regular one. Which one is... Wait, what? Why is there... Okay, you know what? Never mind. Just don't question things. That's what I learned from life. Do not question anything. Things just happen. Okay, there we go. And let's actually type in the channel name. So like... Rodion... Turf 4... Funny story, I got called a radio in PDL's event. So let's actually rotate this, you know, rotate it around, rotate it onto own x-axis, like 90 RZ maybe. Scale it down a bit. Yeah, something like that. GX. Well, yeah, there we go. Maybe a bit that way. So it's all centered, as I said. And now, if you want 3D text, you can actually go into the geometry over here and set it to extrude. And let's say something like 0.16 maybe. Yeah, this will do. This is now 3D. And now let's say, let's actually create a material here. You go into the material settings down here, material properties, click new, and let's set it to something like emission so you can actually see it. And for this, actually, you will probably want to create text later if it's a dark scene. Or actually, you want to create the text before if it's a dark scene, because it may mess with the lighting and stuff. But right now we're on this like outdoorsy lit up scene, so it's also behind the player, so it honestly doesn't matter in this case. Let's set it to something like yellow, orange maybe. Yeah, something like this. And now let's actually call this, wait, no, you go over here and you double click text, colored, and now you can actually, if you, as you can see, it's hard to read here if you pull it up. It's honestly kind of just bad. Let's be honest. So for this, you'll actually, if you want a border or something around it, you just click, you click on it, you click Shift D, and then click right click so it doesn't move it over. You want to click this 2 over here, call it text outline, and set it to something like just, let's say regular white for now. And then you go back into the settings over here, the object data properties, you go into geometry and you set the extrude to something less, so like 1.5 in this case would be less, and then you set the offset to something higher. So yeah, let's say 0.03 maybe. So now, as you can see, you got a little border here, and sometimes it may get funky with some of the fonts. It's just how Blender works with the offsets and stuff. But overall, as you can see, everything is working. You can see it, and you got your custom name here. You know, you can render it out, of course, check it all. Yeah, this is a masterpiece, honestly. But okay, now you actually got everything set up, and as you can see, we have seen where it's all going to be, so that's a good thing. And now you can actually, if you got like the final render here, you can actually go here into image, save it, go back to the page, and here you can go into customize channel, just go into branding here, and as you can see, banner image here, and the size, The 1440p, it won't be a big difference from, what is it, 1152p. It's honestly preference at this point. So as you can see, we loaded it up, and here is what I'm talking about. Viewable on all devices, so like primarily phones in this case. This, as you can see, crops out. I was about to point at my screen in real life. I am honestly... let's skip that moment. As I was saying, this is what you'll see on most devices, on phones especially. I think I just repeated myself. Viewable on desktop, the PC, the laptops, and of course viewable on TV. You'll see the whole render. So after that, you just click done. You can even see it kind of changes here. You know, click publish, go to channel, refresh it, and as you can see, this is what you'll get. And as I said, on all devices it's going to be different. On a TV you'll see the full thing. Honestly, I'm being redundant at this point, but yeah, this is honestly what you will see. Honestly, how many times did I say honestly this video? Honestly, who knows? Sorry. Okay, but yeah, this honestly concludes it. Dude, what am I doing? So, as always, you can play around with this, create your own banner. Better than this, please. Do not create something, this abomination. Yeah, he's not even happy. Yeah, that's how you can tell the banner is bad. But yeah, overall, this was channel banners and Blender, and I'll see you guys in the 5th episode. Peace!